better people than Ren.
The Sedlec ossuary, or as it is colloquially known, the Bone Church, is a small Roman Catholic church located in the Sedlec suburb of Kutná Hora, Czech Republic. From the outside, the Sedlec ossuary is an unassuming Central European church. Once inside, the nature of this church radically transforms. As you enter the church, you are greeted with a myriad of sculptures made of human bones. Walking down the stairs leads into a large main room where the sculptures get larger, more elaborate, and more grotesque. All of this leads the traveler to wonder why the people of Kutná Hora decided to put their dead on display in such a macabre house of worship. In the latter part of the 1270s, the abbot of the monastery in Sedlec traveled to Jerusalem and returned with some soil he had collected from the site of Jesus Christ's crucifixion. This soil was spread over the cemetery of the abbey, located where the Sedlec ossuary now sits. As word of this consecration spread, the cemetery became a very popular burial location for the faithful in Central Europe. The Hussite Wars were followed by the devastating Black Plague, which caused a massive influx in burials at the abbey cemetery. Early in the 15th century, a church was built to replace the abbey, and they decided the best place to build was in the center of the cemetery. The lower level of the new church was designated as a chapel/ossuary for the large number of people who were exhumed from the mass graves during the construction of the church. Early in the 1500s, a nearly blind monk was tasked with sorting and stacking the skeletons and bones that were being exhumed. 300 years later, a famous Czech woodcarver was hired to turn the large bone heaps into something a little more pleasing to the eye, as pleasing to the eye as human bones can possibly get. Each corner of the ossuary has a large mound of bones with the skulls displayed on the ledge in front of the mounds. There is a chandelier of sorts in the center that supposedly has one of every bone in the human body. A cherub under the chandelier is playing a trumpet while holding a skull. There is a display case of the skulls of men who died of head wounds in the Hussite Wars. Injuries to these skulls are obvious. There is even a crest of the family that hired the woodworker made from bones, and it is prominently displayed on one of the walls. This crest even features a raven picking the imaginary flesh off the severed head of a Turkish soldier. With around 50,000 to 70,000 human skeletons on display in the Sedlec ossuary, it is not hard to imagine some of the spirits of the dead are still lingering here. Some of these old churches are spooky enough without thousands of skeletons staring directly into your soul. The macabre displays in the Sedlec ossuary are truly unique and are worth going to see. Kutná Hora is only a short train or bus ride from Prague, and Kutná Hora is arguably a better vacation destination than Prague. Many hostels and hotels in Prague have information on direct tours to the Sedlec ossuary, so there's little reason to not go see it. Try and listen when you go, and maybe you'll hear the dead speak to you, saying, "Our bones are here, and for yours, we await."